Hey, first off, I'm sorry about the noise. We've got farm sorting sheep out there, and obviously there's someone working in the unit next door, so there's a bit of background noise today. I thought it'd be cool to give you a bit of a workshop update. So we've obviously there's been quite a lot that's gone on. Joe's moved all this stuff, all his tools and everything in here. He's got his fabrication shop ready for customers and things like that. Obviously, I've got my own workspace here as well for my cars and things. So I thought it'd be cool to just kind of take you around and see what's what. It's still a work in progress, but like I say, a lot has happened. So yeah, let's get to it. That'd be cool to kind of go front to back on the shop. So obviously, we've got a few bits and pieces sat down this side here, mostly jacks, and then we've got the engine crane just there. There's an old bench there that we cut out from up here that we're going to start. We're going to look at maybe making some shelving with that or something. But yeah, there's obviously we've got bits that need to go in bin. I've got all rubbish there. Some bits and pieces that we haven't quite found homes for yet, like the vacuum and stuff like that, and cleaning equipment. And then first off, we've got this big bench that Joe's built. So this was built out of the material from the one that was further up. He's basically cut it down and made it so that it fits on top of that concrete surface there. It's really sturdy, really cool. We're eventually going to get a fridge and a kettle as well to go on top of there, just because obviously man needs a brew. And at the moment we don't have anywhere to do it. Obviously we've got first aid kit and stuff as well, extension leads, brake lines, all that kind of stuff hanging up there. Underneath, it's got space for pretty much whatever we want to put under there at the moment. We've got old fluids on this end, just basically keeping them there, and empty tubs ready for, once we've got enough of them, we can run them off to tip, all in one go. And then we've got other bits and pieces under there, some paint, I think, like on a body filler. Funnily enough, it's in a painting, so I can be forgiven for thinking that. Then all those other fluids there, I think they're all Joe's fluids actually. And then bits and pieces there, I'm not entirely sure. We've got that, a bead roller, a few other things. Then moving on, we've got this tyre / wheel rack that Joe's also built, again out of the same materials that we were in here when we moved in. Really happy with how this has turned out, and I'm super appreciative to Joe for actually taking this on while I've not been about. He's literally done the majority of this stuff on the days when he's not been working. He basically does some contract work for other people, so he's been doing that, and on the days off he comes and does all this stuff to get the workshops out for us, which is really cool of him. Really appreciate that. Some of my wheels are already up there. Those tyres need mounting to them at some point. Got a couple of banners underneath, including an old school Death or Glory one there. And then, yep, in case you haven't seen the shot I posted recently, the S14 is now up here for the moment. She's looking very pretty in here, but she's going to be looking even better when she goes to Gravity in August. So I'm looking forward to getting to work on that. And coming round, we've got some of Joe's toolboxes there. Going into the fabrication shop, which you can just about see everything there. Joe's got it all nicely set up here, so there's all his tools and things, bandsaws, pillar drills, sanders. They're all important welder. We need a bigger air compressor, but we'll get that sorted soon. Fabrication table. And then all his workbenches, vice, and things like that up there. It's really nicely set out, easy to find everything. It's really good how he's done this. So yeah, that's that. Obviously there's the other of my babies, the Laurel. Ooh, look at those two just there. Yeah. I'll be even happy when I've got the Laurel working and looking as good as I want it again. Obviously, the RB's under that. It's actually a car cover. I'm using it to cover the RB up at the moment, just so I don't get any dust or debris in it while I'm not here. And then I've got this workbench here, which Joe built for me. We're going to paint it the same colour as the one down the front when we get a chance. But obviously at the moment, I've pretty much started work on my cars, mainly because I want to get the Laurel back on track as soon as possible. And I've got a deadline for some things I want to get done on the 14. So that's kind of taking priority at the moment. But once I get a spare minute, then we'll be doing more in terms of painting and tidying up the unit, like all that stuff needs scraping off the wall there. I think it's just like expanding foam that was stuck there before. So that'll need scraping off, and then the walls painting before I put like the body flags and stuff. I've already got a bunch that I've bought, and obviously there's some of my own that will be going up as well. But yeah, for now, the walls are just going to be a bit messy, unfortunately. The bench, obviously plenty of space on there. I don't need to decide where I'm going to mount my vise just because I haven't decided yet. It's not bolted down. I've got one of my toolboxes there. The other one went home because I had to do some work on the truck recently. And then I've got all my bits laid out for that were inside the engine. They're now outside the engine, obviously. Yeah, that's my work area. You might remember in the previous video as well, I mentioned that we were looking at getting these stairs moved over that way towards the wall. We have spoken to a couple of people about this, and while they have said it is possible, they basically told us it's going to be a lot of work and a real pain in the butt. So essentially what they suggested was get everything that we want up here moved in, get it all set up how we want it, and then if we still want to move that across to make more space, we can do it then. So for the moment, the stairs are staying where they are. And coming up the stairs to the mezzanine, this is starting to fill up quite a lot. I'll just quickly put the light on. We've got working lights now that are fitted. Obviously, Joe wired in all the sockets and everything. Got plenty of stuff up here. We've got racking and stuff like that. Plenty of racking there. You will be finding out what's in those boxes soon. There's going to be a separate video coming on that, but for now, that's going to be a secret. Got all of Joe's moulds for his E10 BMW there. He's made all those himself, as well as he's started to make all his own panels as well. I think he's only got a couple more panels to make for that now. This is cool. He's got all his fiberglass materials there, which obviously helps my exhaust from the Laurel, which I'm not sure what we're doing with this yet. We were talking about either using bits of the existing one to basically make a new one, or we're just going to completely replace it and do it all from scratch. So there will be a new exhaust coming for it, possibly going to be making it ourselves. We'll do a video on that when we do though. Then obviously it's not a priority at the moment because there's no engine for it to be attached to, so it'll sit there for now. But obviously when that does get unbolted, in fact I might unbolt it and just hang it on the wall anyway, because that's a bit of a keepsake for me. Obviously it's where I went backwards into a tyre wall. Fun times. And then there's my replacement dash there for the 14. The one that's in there at the moment does have a crack in it, which is why it has a cover over it. What I'm probably going to do is put this one in and then still put the cover over it just to keep it protected from the sun. Plus, I kind of like the look of the cover. So, yeah, this will be going in at some point. I don't know whether it's going to be done in time for Gravity, but you know, we've got plenty of stuff to do for that, so we'll see. Over there is something that I'm not going to show you yet because that is what will be the kit for the Laurel when we've finished building it. Basically, we've got parts of a kit from something as close as possible that we think will fit. Sorry, I'm pointing the camera over there. I should be pointing at my face. So we've got bits of kits from different cars that we think will work. Now we've got to start cutting them up and adding extra bits in and making them fit around the Laurel so that it actually fits to the Laurel properly. So there's going to be quite a lot of work on that. Might do a video on it, might not, because I kind of want it to be a bit of a surprise, especially if it goes wrong. Because, like, for example, I could be potentially building a kit and then it got completely wrong and we have to start again. So, I mean, let me know in comments. Do you want to see the process of that? Do you want to see what we do, or should I just keep it a secret until it's all done and dusted, and I can show it off properly in a video. Let me know in the comments. And then over here we've got more racking for spares and things like that. There's a bunch of parts up there for both of my cars, and then there's all Joe's spare parts there. He's got his doors there for his BMW. They're the actual metal doors as well. So yeah, lots of things up there that will be getting done soon, and other spares as well. This is just basically to keep any spares and things like that. So drift spares like spare tie rods and things like that will be kept up here as well. This isn't the final layout of the mezzanine yet. We've got to kind of spend some time on getting it sorted out, because I would like to put a desk up here, because I've recently started doing more vinyl work again. So I've already got a client I'm doing vinyl work for. I'm looking for other clients as well to build that up. So if you need any vinyl stickers or anything like that doing, give me a shout. I can give you a quote for those. But essentially, the space I've got at home isn't sufficient for me to be able to do the larger scale stickers and things like that, and vinyl and things like that. So what I'd like to do is put a table up here that means I can, and probably even bring the cutter up here as well, so that I can then do the cutting and the weeding and everything up here, ready to send them on to the customer. Yeah, that's something that might be happening in the future. We just need to figure out how it's going to work. It might be we'll put the table in the middle, or put it up against one edge, or I don't know. We haven't decided yet. But yeah, that's something that's going to come about soon, hopefully. Yeah, that's the workshop as it stands at the moment. If you've got any questions or anything, drop them in the comments. We'd like to do a Q&A session at some point in the future with Joe in the video as well. So if you've got any questions around, the work, what Joe's going to be doing, what kind of services he's offering, or if you've got any questions for me, or even just questions for both of us, random stuff that you want to hear our opinions, or you want just silly stuff really. Drop it in the comments. I'll collate all the questions, then we can arrange to do a proper video with everything in there. And that's it for now. Thanks for watching.